Hello and welcome. This is what I call my generic hello for those sessions where I've had a splice to a video. So I don't like you to just wander in and see a bit where it's been spliced without me saying hello and welcome. So yes, please enjoy the content. Right, we've got a bit of a dilemma. Yeah, I've been trying to think. Obviously, got this one round to do as well, haven't I? Let's just quickly get this done while we chat. Timing is everything in Farming Simulator, especially with seasons. Right, is this? Yeah, this actually no. You do have to switch it on. No. No, you don't. My gut said you don't need to switch this on, but my head argued it really did. Yeah, it is. I don't want to be shifting these twice. We've only got obviously our multi-purpose trailer. We can of course stick some of these on, but there's no way we can load that, and I don't want a double handle. So what I'm thinking is, obviously we're going to have a bit of a tickle. Now, although that says it's as good as it isn't always that good. And obviously that is based upon easy economy. So you can half that and quarter that if you was on hard economy. So what we're going to get would be, I think it was 48,000. That would be the very best month. It would. And obviously we would get 24,000, being as we're on normal economy at the best month. So it's not as simple as thinking I'm going to get 48,000. I'm not. There's going to be some months where I get 3,000 or 4,000. Others when I do get 24,000. So it's an average. It is, well, no, it's not even an average. It really does go up and down based upon weather statistics that I think the game generates itself, based upon what I've seen over the well over a year now of FS22, which puts us in a bit of a dilemma. We can't afford the Omatana, not now. I don't want to be taking bank loans. That is, I was thinking of rules of engagement a little bit more extended than normal. This is really a survival role play. It really is. So yeah, I am going to allow the store to pick up from here when we have an item, but I've always got to go to the store. No store deliveries on this particular Let's Play at all. No, none. I've got to literally go backwards and forwards, fetch the stuff from the store. Yes, I know it's not ultra far, but it is one of those things that, yeah, I'm trying to, I do often, and I did say this in Riverside, I do think I overuse it. So I'm trying this one to say no store deliveries. Yeah, I don't mind the store picking up their goods, which they would in real life if you're going to lease something. But yeah, that I'm going to go and pick it up if I need to pick it up. So yeah, we really are going to have like lots and lots of these on the field. So I could either shift them. It's not going to matter. I'm going to manually do this unless we ever got a semi-automatic. So for now, we are just going to literally manually bale them. But I don't want to be double handling. That would be silly, which means I can't really do the field this month, which means we're going to be planting in April. Let's just have a look. Let me have a quick look. I'm sure oats are still sowable in... They are. Right, so we can still do it in April. It just means that they're going to be a month later. Yeah, obviously this first year we are going to survive by our own wits. There's no more cartridges. That I allowed that one just to buy the additional plot of land, because I wanted us to have a farmyard. I so frequently don't have a farmyard that I thought, come on, just allow it for that, because it is for something. It's not for us to like boost our cash up. It's just to actually get that other plot of land. So we've done that. So now don't muck around with this, because oh no, because actually he's already done. We'll have to manually clean this up at the very end. Right. Now then, let's start to shift everything over this side. It's a what? No, I was thinking of lots of different ways. I thought, why don't we put a plough on the front? I don't mean a plough, I mean like the snow ploughy type things that push. But bales are funny in the game. Even if you could push them really in real life, I'm not quite so sure you could do it in Farming Simulator. The only thing I know that does the bales properly is the bale pusher. And even that, it's not perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't sort of think... So what we really need to do, I suppose we could start to push some of these around a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how to push them other than the bale pusher to sort of like... But truthfully, I don't think let's have a look. Let's have a look on the within the game and see what there is. There is a plough, but... And I'm talking about the snow ploughy type things. The levelers. But as I found on Riverside, they don't always work. Right, let's just grab that off there because we will eventually need to stack on this. It's not the biggest of platforms either. No, it isn't. It's quite small. But then it's no smaller than most little things. And it's got yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. It's got straps and everything, so we can strap the bales down and use it as a bale truck. That's what I like about this. It's a good all-rounder. Let's drop that down. So let's have a look in the menu at... Yeah, now obviously there's no point that we don't need to scan the fields because it's not a proper field at the minute, not until we plough it. So yeah, no precision farming data or no needs to do that until we've actually... Yeah, so let's have a look at levelers. And again, having used this in... I'm not sure this is going to work anywhere near as well as I would like it to. Yeah. That's 1.8 meters. It's got to be big as well. That's why I wanted the leveler, because that is quite large. 3 meter. Yeah, no, look, I'm sure 5 meters is about the best. Ah, yeah, that's not what you think it is. 2.5 to, yeah, 3. Right, so we are talking levelers, which should be at L, I believe. Yeah, the best one I know of is the Prinoth, I believe. Ah, the Hollerass opens up to 5 meters as well. Ah, yeah, that's... Ah, so that actually is really what I was thinking it was. Literally does push things around. And it is 5 meters. But it's well out of our price range right now. But yeah, so it literally pulls things. Yeah, not quite what I wanted. There we go, the Prinoth. It didn't work as well as I thought, though. That was the one thing I am going to say. How much to lease? Let's go and see if we can actually do it, because I'm not sure whether we really can, but we're also going to need as much weight. Now, have we got to take something back? Yeah, the baler. So it's not much point in us doing anything. Now, we're going to take the big bag handler as well, because we have got that other... In fact, actually, no, we could stick one on the front and one on the back. We don't really need that, do we? Right, let's go and grab that. Whoa. Yeah, and it's right. We may as well go up the road and travel as far up that as possible because it's literally on the bend. So let's go grab that. Stick one in the front and we'll grab the Prinoth and stick it on the back. I'm hoping this works better than last time, but I'm not holding my breath. It really... Yeah, mechanics in this game are fantastic, but they are only as they ever were intended to. They don't always work cross purposes, as I found quite a lot to my detriment. Yeah, so you can't always do what you... Ah, wow. Okay, we are coming to sort it out. I do apologise, everybody, for somebody has dropped something in the road. Right, if we're clever, could stick that behind us and quickly run away before everybody starts honking at me. Right, okay. Let's go grab the Prinoth then, and we're going to go across country. Yeah, my whole Beleron, I was thinking about this, about why have I not, and I think the answer to that question is, I did the whole Beleron to a year on, I really did, just to see how going modded things was going to sort of go, and I think I achieved what I wanted to do. I also grew it to be quite large. In the very last episode, we really did have quite a lot of land, so I think I probably will rest it where it is, just as if it was one of the... This, likewise, I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with it. I'm not promising anything, or this is so far a bit of fun, if I'm honest. Because at the minute I can't... Yeah, the Riverside's massive, Silverrun's massive, and there are some times when you're at work when you just haven't got the energy to... Ah, the Prinoth's it's a telehandler, isn't it? Or is it there's a point, actually. Is that for the Elite Wolf? Wheel loader leveler. Right, is there a converter for a wheel loader? I should have. I still would have needed an adapter. It really is true. So what, a wheel loader? Now I do believe there is a wheel. Is there a wheel loader to front loader? Let's have a look. Not sure. It might be in the wheel loader category as well. Yeah, I can't remember. I think there is one in miscellaneous as well, if I'm honest. Oh wow! Didn't realise where Dad got that. It's a long time since I've actually looked in here. These are front loaders, not front loader tools. I do believe it would be this that you would be looking in. Yes, I'm enjoying this. It's I've never really got into this map yet, ever. I've tried it a few times and always done a session or two and then thought, nah. But I don't know, this time I've not done one of these for a while. One of the survival type things where we've got, and that's why I'm trying to make this firm rules where I don't take advantage. I know we've got that but it's a slow tick up, even though it seems like a lot. It isn't. It is going to go nowhere for equipment. We are literally 2 tractors and our wits and everything else, and that is it. Just us. For lifting, concentrate, adapter. Front loader to skid steer, front loader to telehandler. We're going to need 2, aren't we? That's left to right. I think we're going to need to go to wheel loader. If I'm honest, looking at this, I think we're nearly out of everything. So we are. Right, let's go to wheel loaders then. Let's have a look. And there are, I'm sure there's one in miscellaneous as well, an adapter. Oh, the lizard cranes, of course. Yeah, I was going to say, why is this? It is classed as one of these, isn't it? Right, adapter soon, I think. He says. He says. Right, come on. Adapter wheel loader to telehandler. So we would need a wheel loader to telehandler and a telehandler to front loader. But I don't know that it actually works quite as you think it does, because I've done this before. I did this on Silverrun. It did not work like you think it worked. Tilt attach. Yeah, right, okay. So let's go to miscellaneous, because I think there is an adapter there that does do what we want it to do, but I'm not sure. Couldn't swear to it. But I don't think, if not, I think the only thing we've got is something like the bale pusher. Ah, yes, 2000. Yeah, the methane tanker. Trident. Crane traverse. Adapter. That's vehicle by 3 points of the tractor to telehandler. Now that one is always I've always wondered what that means. The adapter can be used to attach other implements that aren't compatible. I'm really unsure as to what that means. One of these times I ought to do a bit of a test with it. Right, come on. Support big bag. Scraper. Way too much in this. Truck rear hitch. That I am going to be using, definitely, because that's going to make some of the trucks that you can't use for that. 3-point adapter to wheel loader. I knew you could do it. That does look like the MK, actually, the one we just saw. Okay, let's
lease it. Right, brilliant. It is as simple as that. Can we get up? That is the point. Can we go low enough with a 3-point adapter? I would say so. Looking at that. Okay, well it's doable. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you? Oh wow! Look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. It really is. As I keep saying, you sometimes got to smell the roses. Right. Let's try then. Let's go and go down the hill now. Ooh, very, very good. And we'll just see if we can... Yeah, well, I can open that up now. If we can push these, or whether it's going to sort of go through me. I didn't find this terribly effective when I was using this before, but we shall see if it is. It may be a total... I mean, it should technically really be able to push them a little bit. That's all I really want to do, is just push them around a little bit. I don't want to drag this on the floor, though. I want it to be just above the floor. May need a bit of weight behind me as well. I just want to push them to the edge of the field, really, is all my intention is. Oh wow, it's a little bit like the bale pusher. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It actually... Oh wow, of course. Of course it's going to do that. It is. That's what it's designed to do, to be levelling. So I'm going to have to be careful in a way. Yeah, we're going to have to do this. No, we need to go a little lower, I think. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to risk... I'm going to have to try to do this a little bit by... Yeah, so if we go to... Yeah, I don't know if we can... Yeah, it's... This is what I was trying to say, and actually I'm not really sure how well you would be able to do this. You can tilt it as well. That's true. What would be the ideal tilt? Would it be to deflect it? I don't know. Having never done this. Can we collect multiple ones, or will it slow us down? Yeah, it's not liking that, but that was what I was saying really about talking bale. Yeah, it's slowing us down as you'd sort of think it might. In real life, would it do that? I don't know, because it's pushing, but there's still friction. Yeah, friction's always at work as well. We're going to have that level, or it's not going to... deflect it outwards slightly, but we've got to be careful, because then it lifts these side pieces. I'm sure there's going to be the best way to do this. But then then are we not double handling it again? I'm not sure. It's like all these ideas that you have. You think it's a good idea at the time, and then it actually involves an awful lot more work than you actually thought initially that it would do. Yeah, nothing's ever quite as easy as you think, which I think is probably quite true to life. Doesn't mean to say it's useless or a waste of time. It just means it's probably going to take far more effort from yourself than you actually initially thought. Doesn't mean to say, with a little bit of persistence and patience, that it wouldn't pay off to a degree. Yeah, I don't think we can do much more than a couple at a time. Just want to really clear the edge of the field. I don't want to be... Yeah, because at the minute we're going to get that last round of grass, so we'll do that manually with the bale. Oh no, actually we'll set the baler going, but yeah, that's going to be... I don't want to be pushing that around, because we've seen now what actually happens when you when you push it around. Do we time-lapse this? Well, I'm going to do it for 10 minutes or so. I'm going to see if it is effective or if it's just a bit one of those things that you think, the idea was sound, but the reality is far from sound. We ought to also get them like in a line as well. Sort of try to aim for, when you look down the field and you can see the most of them, we ought to be aiming for lines like that, I would have thought. But then again, we'll see how it is, how effective it is when you push multiple ones together, because there's quite a few good lines here. But that's 3, and that's slowing us down enormously. So yeah, it's one of those things. But I suppose if you round up 3 or 4 into a pile, it's still effective to a degree. Personally, I'm not sure I'm achieving anything. Well, I suppose though it's a little bit like on Purbeck. I mean, I have quite a few times used the belt system to grab, well, first of all potatoes, and I thought, well, we could do the same with straw, and then it was only on the last episode of Purbeck that I thought, yeah, but couldn't you use the fact that you can windrow with something like, well, there are a couple of ones. There's one crone where you can sort of basically stick, there's one of the little ones, but again, it's too small. I don't think the effectiveness, but then of course you've got the, let me just think, so come on, my word brain, it's Friday again, and I always, the windrower, the Merge Max, the Merge Max. You can tell it to go all to the right. If you do that, it means that you could literally do a massive windrow. Now that wouldn't be effective for a baler, but it certainly would a belt system that you were trying to pick up loose. So again, that's another option. We could have done that. He says now, you say that now that we've released a baler and we're trying to push bales around, now you say. Yeah, it is true. That's also true to life, where you have an idea, but it is true. What I'm trying to say is, often these skills you think, no, but sometimes it takes a little bit more than the very first inkling that you had when you first thought of doing something. You can think, oh no, it's a waste of time, but is it? Is there something you can do to enhance your initial thought, to make it a little bit easier? Sometimes it does take a little bit more effort than you initially think. It doesn't quite work as you plan, but that doesn't mean to say it is a waste. Oh, I thought that wanted to know it's not finished. Right, yeah, we just squidged that. But it is true, I think I should be probably using the belt system and maybe the let me show you. Not the Merge Max, obviously, where you could lease it, but there's that one there that you can do that is little, and you can obviously push that board around, so that can do, that's only 3.4 metre. God, hasn't that got one? It has. That's a 4.7, still small. I don't think the Sam has you can. No, that's just in the middle, I think, isn't it? But there is this crone here, which does do that, where it does the... Yeah, it has got the board. Now, I don't know if that board is replaceable. If it was, and you could always go to the right, I believe, that would actually work. And that's not that dear, really. And then, if you say, there's the Merge Max, of course, as well, which I don't think the Vermeer, can you do that with Vermeer? No, that's just a standard windrower without the sideboards. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more. Oh, no. Ah. So that's the biggest of that type. And it's not awful. That would work. That pulls out, I believe, doesn't it? Yeah, it travels like that. So that is... Does that... No, that's like the other one that stays in the middle, doesn't it? It's not one of those. Yeah, the Vicon definitely doesn't. So we have got that one, which I don't think I've ever used that one. Or there is that one, the Crone. No, not that one. The other Crone. Yeah, that one there, the Swado TS970. That one I've never got on with very much. But to do what we're trying to think about, that might do. You've got to set the course differently as well, which is again another thing that I thought of in Purbeck. Right, brilliant. So wow, we've finished that. Let's just crack on with pushing these at least into lumps. Yeah, because or am I just... delaying the inevitable. What I mean is we're going to have to shift this an awful lot around. I think the idea was good in a way, but then in another way, I think we're just wasting time in a way. We're going to put these on the sides, and we are going to let the shop literally collect them. Let's raise that though. We do want the one last route doing around the edge, so we want that as well. It may be one of those skills I come back to and actually think about at some other time. Let's do this to first. We just want one. In fact, no, let's do it ourselves, and then we're going to drop this off as well. Yeah, we'll just do the one around the edge, and yeah. So I don't know whether that one's a go. I do think, as I said, the getting loose off the field, sometimes the belt system is fantastic. I really do think that with a bit of, and again, farming has been full of innovation since the very beginning of farming, where farmers they used to just literally grab a handful of seeds and cast. We've got casters today. We've used a caster. Our seeder is a caster. It is, and it does work. The only thing is that, as Milk Hen, after speaking to a real farmer, said, the bottom line is the only thing that is funny about casting is the fact that you can't cast. Obviously, this caster will cast at full speed, so I try and simulate that. You could only really drive around at 10 miles an hour, or you might. I don't know the reason why, but I'm going to take that from a farmer that what he said was accurate. So yeah, you couldn't travel around. It's like I was looking at the height adjustment for harvesters, and I thought, I'm not going to use that because it's cheating. I am trying to simulate as close to realism as it is possible to do, whether that's ploughing. The only dilemma I have got is if I was ever going to do one of those maps where you're going round in circles, I don't know how you would go around the corners unless it was just to do it. The map that I saw Mr. CLP do, which I forget its name because names always escape my brain on a Friday. Yes, the Saskatchewan one, that's right. The fields are all circular. How would I simulate realism? What happens really on those? Do you still go straight on and you just do little bits? Because that would be so faffy, it'd be unbelievable. But is that the way they do it? You can't. I was told, or Frithgar, who has been a proper farm labourer in real life, did say you can't plough around corners. He did say there's a little tiny bit of a leeway, as in you can probably slightly curve, but not. You can't go around corners. You're going to snap your plough. It's basically what he said. So I'm going to take that from an expert. In which case, no matter what shape your field is, really, as far as I'm aware, you've only really got the option of going forwards, which then means there's an awful lot of faffing around. But then again, if that is the way it's done, that's the way it's done if you're aiming for realism. And that's what I'm saying. I am aiming for realism. I want to only do semi-automatic. I made this decision a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, I've not done any. I did do it on auto loads for the little pallets because I found them faffy. But again, going forwards, no. I've managed on Agres Balcones now manual loading all of the time, and that's what. Now this is the bit where might need to go over a couple of times where I use the print off. Oh, okay. This is windrower. Yeah, okay. We should get this bit though. It's the bit where it's at the very edge of the field. It's technically over the border or on the border. So I think this will be the last one. We're not going to get another one out of this. So we'll aim to finish this if we can, of course. Let's see. Brilliant. That will do me. Now then, can I remember the button to empty my things? I can indeed. Excellent. Right, let's drop this off and we shall call the shop in a few minutes off camera for them to pick those up. Absolutely, yeah. I'm trying to get better at even things like that, where a little bit more realistic. If I order from the shop, I don't always do the glowy orange side. It's a bit difficult to go. Please give me a bit of time to adjust, because it's not something you can just suddenly. You've got habits, breaking habits that you've done for months and years. So it's not as simple as just like flicking a switch and everything's hunky dory. So then, we need to literally speed time up now. We're going to go through till tomorrow, and then tomorrow, whatever ticket we've got to try for the Omatana Farm Production Pack. I've got to get out of the habit. It's not Farm Supply Production, that's the original one. It's the Farm Production or Farm Products, one or the other. Yeah, I've got to try and get all of these correct, get the names of the mods right, because it's nothing worse than misleading people. And then, yeah, we'll get these off the field into the farm products. Yeah. Oh, that is a point. Well, we have still got the sleep anywhere, so I will put a mat down. But for now, I'm not going to. We are just going to do the sleep anywhere, which I've done forever. So 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock, and let's see. Trying to think, there is nothing. No, there's nothing more we can do. I also am going to make another rule, and that is that we have to keep the tractors. We can't sell them to suit ourselves if we got unless it's the exact model. I'll give me that proviso, which is so unlikely that it's almost unbelievable. See, 3,333 property income. That's not fantastic. It really is. In fact, that's quite terrible. I did expect a little bit better than that, if I'm honest. That's going to leave us a little bit stretched. Can we afford? That is true, can we? We might need to do a loan. Did I say loans were not allowed? I don't think I did, actually. I don't want to be... leasing. I can't remember that I did. Right, it is Productions. And no, it is just Productions. So, for factories, as it says here, so we want, believe it's 20,000. This is, if we're only going to get tick-ups like that, we're going to be in serious trouble. Serious trouble. There is the Hessian for 15, but that doesn't accept bail, so that means that we then need to... Right, it does. Sorry, sometimes I expect it to be in my head when I say something. Yeah, that one there is the one we need. Yeah, we need to be making. And will we just... Wow, this is going to be tough. No, we don't need to... Yeah, we don't need to be awful on this, but I do want it to be... You want to think about this going forwards, because this is our farmyard. I don't want to waste space, because we could make half of a second field from this. But I do want like an entrance and an exit, so... Right, 914. Now this place, yeah, is in a... It doesn't say where this is, so we could have this on pounds, euros, or dollars, really, and it's not going to matter. Now I believe, if I remember right, it's somewhere around here. He says. Please tell me I've not put the wrong one down. Please tell me I haven't, because yeah, that would cripple us. And it would be a genuine mistake. Have I put the wrong one? I don't think I'm sure the one we want is the... No, this is the right one. I thought it was. Right, so we want... We also want... Yeah, you can do the silage digestate. Can we afford the tap? That's ridiculous. You can't afford a tap. Yes, it is. Right, anyway, let's switch that on. We want silage digestate, but we want that one, grass and water. We can probably... Now, this is... We've got to be careful with this, because I did this before. Yeah, put the water too close, and then you can't fill, or you're grabbing the water. So we want to stick the tap a little bit away. Yeah, not quite as close as I normally do it. Let's learn my lesson. Stick this just... Do we stick it next to the windmill? I've got to be careful of the sails. That's the one thing I am going to say. So I believe it's on a container. And for some reason it was not allowing me to turn. That's a 500. Now, have we got a means of grabbing water? Because this is a very good question, right? The bottom line is, what the one thing we have got to do is I'm going to go into a time lapse for this, but we're going to grab these and we're going to stick them on our trailer. Yeah, that's the one thing we are going to do. So then, I am going to say my words. Yes, we're going to put those in there at very least. Do we do it without digestate this first time? We may have to sell silage. Yeah, I mean, again, this was free. It really was. This grass was what we cut off and is a byproduct for us to do at our oat fields. So, do we... No, we won't set the plough going. It's going to cause too much of a hassle. Right, leasing costs. Yeah, this is true. So much for shifting them off camera. Right, I'm going to give the shop a call. I'm going to see you shortly.
This is what I call my generic goodbye for those sessions where I've done a recording and I didn't realise I was going to split it, and this is my... I do hate it when I don't say goodbye to you. It seems very rude when you've invited guests in to come and have a look at your content and you don't say goodbye. So this is what I always add as the spliced goodbye. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.